I really think that every human being has some kind of artistic drive in them. Whether it's to create something beautiful or to admire it, I think in either case, we have an artistic sense to be able to do any of these things. Now, of course, artists, I feel like, hone in a little bit more on their ability to do these things. And, well, it just becomes this cycle, it becomes a habit where it's like, okay, we get inspired by something and we have to create it. But we get into this habit up until the point where some address the elephant in the room, so to speak. And it's like, what is actually my style? And I think some artists kind of go through this like artistic identity crisis. And that's happened to me. I am still currently going through it. And there's probably, of course, a lot of factors as to why this happens. Maybe you're a photographer that, doesn't know if he wants to take pictures of only architecture or half-eaten spaghetti. And of course, on social media, we see these big-time artists that have this massive following. They've got like thousands of followers, and it looks like they have everything together. And it's kind of intimidating because maybe we want to be like that, but we just have no idea where, when, or how to start. But I think more important than comparing yourself to these artists is maybe doing a little bit more of an introspective kind of analysis on yourself as an artist and ask questions like, what kind of artistic endeavors am I curious about? Or what kind of mediums really attract me? I think there's a lot of value in experimenting with different mediums and finding the one that you love. And of course, in this social media age that we live in, I feel like it's easy to fall into the thinking that, I need to have this following or even an ability instantly without ever actually giving like the baby steps an opportunity to take place. And then in the end, as a result, we look back and we tell ourselves that we couldn't do it. And I really think that's actually a tragedy in itself. But I feel like this whole tragedy could be avoided because I think it all comes down to really finding the medium that you love and sticking with it. Of course, finding your artistic footing in those early stages is not a very glorified period of time when you're growing as an artist, but I think those times are really crucial into how you're going to develop in your skill, in your craft, because I really think practice makes improvement. And I think there's really something to be said about just kind of taking your time and enjoying the process. Because then when you're an established artist, when you are the photographer that takes pictures of half-eaten spaghetti, you're going to look back and say, really the hardest part was getting started.